In this video, I give my opinion on some amazing LEGO sets I would love to see in 2026. Now, I'm also going to add in some Hobbit themed LEGO sets just because they go so well. They go really hand in hand with LEGO Lord of the Rings sets, and I just think it would be very cool to see some of the different eras of Middle-earth recreated in LEGO again. The first set I would love to see is the Prancing Pony. I think this would have a huge appeal not just to LEGO Lord of the Rings fans, but also to fans of the castle theme. It's a pretty cool location from the Fellowship of the Ring, and we've never seen anything like this from the Lord of the Rings theme. It would be really cool to get this medieval type in. There's some pretty cool mocks out there on the internet that gives you an idea as to what a Prancing Pony set could look like. Another cool LEGO set I would really like to see is actually a Hobbit based set, and that would be Smaug's attack on Lake Town. Now, this wouldn't actually have to be a huge LEGO set. All you would need is a large bell tower build that Bard the Bowman climbs in order to shoot Smaug, and then of course you would need Smaug himself. I do think this set is actually needed because Smaug's price on Bricklink and eBay is insane. So to have him remade and in a brand new LEGO set would be amazing. So many fans of the theme missed out on the original set that Smaug featured in back in 2014, so this would give everyone the chance to buy a set with him in it. And for that reason, I think this would sell so well, just like we see with some of the Jurassic Park sets, that though it may not be the best LEGO set, people generally want those really big dino molds, because well, they're just really cool, and I do think that this would also be the case with bringing back Smaug in a new LEGO set. I think it would sell like hotcakes. Another cool set I would love to see is the Battle of the Pelenor Fields, a set I'm shocked that we never had released in the original wave. In fact, it may be the most memorable scene from Return of the King, and the set would feature characters like Theoden, Éowyn, the Rohirrim, maybe some orc minifigures, and of course the Witch King of Angmar. The epic showdown of Éowyn taking on the leader of the Nazgal is something we desperately need in a LEGO set for sure. As for what the main build of the set would be, I mean, you could either have it be a larger upgraded Fellbeast, or you could even have the main build be maybe a Mumakil with some Haradrim on top. I think that would be so cool to have a LEGO set like that released. The next LEGO set I would really like to see, but I don't think we ever would see, is the Ethereal Realm of the Elven land of Lothlorien. Now, this one would be quite hard to turn into a LEGO set because it just has such a unique look, but it could be an amazing LEGO set, and the set would obviously include characters like Galadriel, Celeborn, a few elves, and some of the Fellowship. I always imagined the build would look something like the Ewok village set that we had from Star Wars many years ago, but obviously with elven architecture, simply because a lot of the location is situated high in the trees. So that's the kind of LEGO set I always kind of envision what a Lothlorien LEGO set could possibly look like. The next LEGO set we need is a remake of a classic, that being Helms Deep. This is easily one of the best LEGO sets from the old wave back in 2012. It's seriously, in my opinion, one of the great LEGO play sets. The build though does need a little bit of an update, and some of the building techniques would go a long way to improve the old set. And just like the old version, this set would need lots of Uruk-hai, maybe some elves, some Rohan soldiers, and some of our mainstay heroes such as King Theoden, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. I definitely wouldn't want this to be a display set like Rivendell, as it's just not that good looking of a location to have only for display. This should remain a play set through and through. Another location that was first seen in the Two Towers that I would love to see is Edoras. There have been some incredible mocks based on Edoras that give you an idea of how this could look on a large scale. I'm not sure this would have as wide appeal as maybe some of the other set concepts on this list, but I do think diehard LEGO Lord of the Rings fans would be queuing for this one, as it's a really cool location with the Golden Hall and all the wooden fortifications outside, and add in a lot of Rohan soldiers and horseback, and you have a faction that everyone would want to try an army build. Now we travel to a darker corner of Middle-earth, that being Minas Morgul, home of the dreaded Nazgal, a place where no man would dare venture. Its appearance in Return of the King is so memorable. It had such an intimidating look to it, with the green light emanating from the base of the Dark Fortress. The set would certainly need some Nazgal, some orcs, and maybe even a cave troll to help fill out the evil base. It's a pretty large location, so I'm not sure this could be made as a cheap set. It would probably end up being $200 at a minimum. And speaking of epic locations with the word Minis in the title, we have Minas Tirith. Now this has long been a LEGO set desired by fans, and with the current LEGO model of releasing one large LEGO Lord of the Rings set per year, this could one day be a reality. The problem is it's such a complex design, it would likely need to be crazy expensive to pull off the location in all its majesty. But let's just say LEGO get the job done. I mean, this could easily be one of the best LEGO sets with a huge minifigure lineup, including Gandalf the White, Denethor, Faramir, Pippin, and lots of Gondor soldiers. It could also come with some neat play features, such as the catapults used to try and repel Sauron's army. I mean, if this LEGO set ever did get made, you could easily be looking at $500 to $600 because it would just need to be so big to pull off a LEGO set on a location of this magnitude. But hey, if LEGO ever did announce this location, I would be at the front of the queue with my $500 at the ready. But if, say, LEGO decide not to go that route, maybe another option for this location is having it made as a micro set. That way you'd easily be able to do justice to all the different sections of Minas Tirith. I mean, LEGO did a great job with the Hogwarts Castle micro set, even though that set isn't exactly cheap, but there's still a ton of detail, and I can't see that Harry Potter fans were not happy with that because it does look really good. So that is certainly an option. Another LEGO set I would really like to see is a remake of the Battle of the Five Armies set. Just because the set piece on which the LEGO set was based off features characters like Gandalf, Thorin Oakenshield, Arzog, Dane Ironfoot, Bard the Bowman, and many more, so it's a great way to try and fit in some awesome minifigures into a LEGO set. And I would also like to see some battle packs maybe revolving around this scene. I mean, imagine how great it would be to get a battle pack with 2 Mirkwood elves and 2 dwarf soldiers, and then another battle pack with 4 Gundabad orcs. So then you could add those 2 battle packs to a Battle of the Five Armies larger set and just recreate this epic battle. I really do think that would be so cool. And speaking of battle packs, there is so much potential for battle packs in the world of Middle-earth. Think Gondor soldiers, Uruk-hai, Rohirrim, orcs, goblins, dwarves, elves. There are so many factions that would be amazing and fitting for a battle pack. We see just how popular the army buildable characters from the CMF series, particularly castle minifigures, have become, such as the Dragonborn Paladin and the Wolfpack Beastmaster, selling for well over 3 times their retail price, and that's while they're still on shelves. So it's hard to imagine a Gondor battle pack wouldn't also have a really high appeal to castle fans who basically will buy any form of medieval LEGO. I always found it crazy that we never actually had battle packs for Lord of the Rings sets. I mean, battle packs are just so well suited to the Lord of the Rings theme, it's just mental we never had them in the past. I'm pretty sure if LEGO did release any kind of Lord of the Rings battle pack in the future, they would do gangbuster numbers because people would be buying them in the multiples. In fact, I think all of the possible LEGO sets mentioned on this list could sell very well if they were to get the green light. People have been asking for a long time now about those medium to small LEGO Lord of the Rings sets, so I just hope we really do get that in the future because my wallet simply can't take much more of this. But anyway guys, let me know what Lord of the Rings sets you would like to see made in 2026. I really would love to know. If you have enjoyed this video and you enjoy LEGO Lord of the Rings content, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.